Hey, what's up everybody? This is Classic Tycoon here, and we're back for our second episode of the career mode in Planet Coaster. So, last time we completed Pirate Battle. These are all a part of the beginner set of career things. So, today we're going to do the Creature Awakens. And yeah, we'll just jump right into it. Again, these are a part of the beginner set of career I guess scenarios that you're doing, so they're very, very easy to complete. As you'll see in the video, I almost think it's kind of an extension of the tutorial. So in the first one, I really was, playing. Well, let this guy talk real quick.
There have been a few minor problems with the staff in the past.
You mean because they were eaten by a sea monster? There's no way I'm setting foot in this place.
Lucy, you know very well that the rumours about the Kraken are absolute balderdash. It's simply a mechanical attraction that a couple of workers may have fallen into the mouth of. And they were fine. Plus, that Kraken makes a heck of a centrepiece for the underground ride they just opened.
An underground attraction? Okay, I'm back on board. Let's ride this puppy!
Alright, so all their cheesy jokes aside, basically, it's a pretty easy scenario. You can see we've got easy, medium, and hard. Our easy one, employ 2 janitors and build 2 rides. There's already 1 ride built for us, so that's going to be very easy. We took care of the janitors right there. The first thing I want to do is ride this ride right here, because I feel like it showcases the game pretty well, and that's probably why they put it into this beginner scenario. So let's go ahead and ride this. The Kraken's Lair is what it's called. So it's just a car ride, but this really showcases, what you can do with the scenery. This is sped up just a little bit, not even double speed or anything like that. So you should be able to get the full effect of what's going on the ride. Kind of reminds me of like the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disneyland. And anyways, what I was saying before, with these beginner scenarios, like the tutorial type scenarios, I'm going to try now to, just basically complete these so we can get to the more interesting ones. But I still wanted to show, what I did for these scenarios. In the first one, I was showing a little bit more of like experimenting with rides, but on this scenario, I think I'm just going to kind of throw them in there and not worry about like decorating them or anything, at least in this park, until we get to a park where we really need to like have a high park rating or whatever it is that we need to do in order to complete it, because scenery really does go into these parks, and it factors into the rides a lot more than they would in Roller Coaster Tycoon, and I'm starting to learn that a little bit more. You can see this ride is pretty crazy with all of the things that it's got going on. I really don't think it would be worth it to put this much effort into a ride. You definitely could make this ride on your own, but yeah, as far as the money that it's going to generate, like every single one of these tentacles that is supposed to be like the Kraken's arms or whatever, it's a nice big growl for you. They cost money to operate. It's like $10 a month or something, so nothing crazy, but still, you add up 15 or 30 or whatever those tentacles, and that's going to start adding up to significant amount of money that you don't, the ride's not going to necessarily make back. Anyways, pretty cool park though. The big divot in the middle, the big hole, crater, whatever you want to call it, where the Kraken is kind of, to me, it's kind of annoying because you have to build all around it, and there's not really any good spots for rides to really, I don't know, like look decent or go along with the theme of the park, but I guess that's kind of your job.
Well done there. It's good to see you've got the park back on track. The guests are riding the rides, and the janitors are janitoring the... No, good work. Good work, anyway.
Yeah, and nobody's been eaten by the Kraken.
That's right! To the best of our knowledge.
Alright, so all their cheesy jokes, again, are now aside. So I'm just, like I said, I'm going to just throw some of these rides in here. Not do anything too crazy with them. Just so we can get this scenario done. But I am going to build a roller coaster today. So stick around for that. I do put a bit more effort into my roller coaster than I do into just throwing these rides around the park. But like I said, this is kind of just a tutorial scenario. It's really there to teach you. And I do figure out some things here, like that paths don't connect at all when they're sloped. So like right here, I had to adjust my pathways so that I could get this ride to work. And it doesn't look the best. I kind of like the way that this rock looks right here, kind of like it's propping the ride up. But there we go. I've got now 4 operating rides. I think I need 5 operating rides in order to complete the medium challenge. So we're going to make that a roller coaster. And I did want to make this basilisk right here. But it would cost too much money to build. So I'm going to have to do another smaller roller coaster, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll get into building some really good roller coasters here soon. Not that this roller coaster won't be good. I'm gonna try to make it as best as I can. By the way, I do recommend doing advertising campaigns even on these first ones, because one of the goals in this on the hard scenario is to have 1,100 guests, I believe. So you're gonna want to put money into marketing, because it took a while for those 1,100 guests to come in. Like, even though this is an easy scenario, it wasn't hard to get them in, but it was just like time consuming, and I had to wait a while for the guests to get there. Anyways, we're gonna go with this dragon roller coaster. So kind of like in the last scenario, it's gonna be more of a family roller coaster, but I thought it'd be cool to build it around this big hole in the ground and incorporate that Kraken into it a little bit. So let's sit back, relax, and I'll build this roller coaster, and you guys can watch what I do here. It is sped up in 2 times because building a roller coaster takes a lot of time. So if you just watch me build it in real time, it would seem incredibly slow. I feel like going at double speed is enough to like get the gist of what I'm doing, while also still not being incredibly frustrating to watch. I feel like it's a decent balance. Let me know what you think. If you guys would like me to slow down the roller coaster building process, it does help to shorten the length of my videos a little bit, which is nice. But if you feel like it's too fast, or I mean, if you feel like it's too slow still, let me know and I can speed up the building process a little bit more. I love, as I continue to build roller coasters in this game, I really, really love the banking options, like the 22.5 degree banking turns to the 45 degree, all the way to the 65 or the 90. I mean, it really it adds that customization that you just don't get in Roller Coaster Tycoon, and it's awesome. I mean, you can see it. I'm starting to get pretty smooth at building these roller coasters. I just need to figure out how I want to finish it over here. But I love the mini, like I'm saying, in this roller coaster I used a lot of this, just the 22.5 degree banking turns to get there. Now this looks a little awkward. I used the auto complete right there, so we'll have to clean that up a little bit. I use that 22.5 degree because I feel like a coaster like this isn't going so fast that they really need that 45-degree bank. But at the same time, it's going to just relieve the guest of those lateral G-forces pretty well for a coaster of this size. And you see when with like miniature roller coasters and stuff in real life that they are banked turns, right? For the most part. Like, you don't see a lot of roller coasters, even the small ones, having no banks in their turns. So that's one of my favorite features, and it really is smooth as far as the controls go. Once you get used to it, all you have to do is like hold down X, and it'll let you bank those turns. It's a pretty long dragon. It looks pretty good. I mean, it looks good as a long dragon, but it's just a really long coaster. See, it picks up some pretty decent speed there. Then just right at the end here. And it's not quite gonna make it. But this coaster, luckily, does have a feature where you've got some like wheels on it here that can push it up. It's not exactly a chain lift, but it's just kind of like, I mean, it's kind of similar to the Junior Roller Coaster Tycoon, where it, like, you can have it go up in a spiral or whatever. So that this coaster has it, and it works pretty well because it's going to come into the station platform nice and slow. And there you go. That's a completed roller coaster. Not amazing ratings. 3.62 excitement, 2.2 fear, 0.65 nausea. I mean, that's good for the nausea. Yeah, I mean, those are okay ratings. Nothing to be super stoked about or anything. It's about what you would expect from this roller coaster, I'd say. So we'll get that opened up and see how it does.
Well done on your continued success. I'm very relieved that you saw fit to hire some mechanics. The last thing we want is for a train full of guests to break down next to the Kraken, given its less than stellar safety history.
Alright, so like I was saying, the last part of this scenario we need to attract, I thought it was 1,100 guests, it's just 1,000. It's 1,000 guests and employ 2 entertainers. So obviously employing 2 entertainers, that's going to be super easy. I just need to go over to my staff section here and then grab 2 entertainers. I think this pirate guy is going to work the best since this is like a Kraken themed park. So there you go, 2 entertainers. Now to attract 1,000 guests, I have the marketing campaign going and it's working decently well. We've got 754 in the park, but really I think just doing a good job of maintaining guest needs and like their hunger, their thirst, and their bathroom and all that, and then just making sure, like, I want to make sure that this coaster works okay. So let's take a look at that. I didn't know if like the weight of the guests would affect anything on this, so I do want to watch the coaster run again. As you can see, I'm getting notifications that rides have too long of a queue. So far I haven't really figured out why that is, because they're pretty short queue lines. But let's go ahead and ride this dragon here. And I think we'll do this, and then I'll probably just kind of skip forward to our achievement at the end so that we can just kind of wrap up the scenario, because there's nothing really left to show you guys. There you go. There's our little dragon coaster. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and just skip forward a little bit. So right here we're going to watch our 1000th guest come in.
Well done again. You finished this park off a treat. Those entertainers really were the cherry on the cake.
Although, hopefully, unlike cherries, they won't get eaten.
Eugene, you're right. It's so brave of them to work here. Here. Feel quite... No, never mind.
Man, those witty commentators in this game, they're just so witty. So I did, as you can see, add some food, drink, bathroom stalls. I think that helped with the park rating a little bit to get some of the guests into the park. And then over here, I changed the coaster to have 2 trains, as you can see. I think that worked a little bit better for fixing that queue line. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's the whole park. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you'd like to support the channel more, consider becoming a member. It's just a small donation monthly that goes to my channel, and it would help me to make much better and more regular content in the future. Again, thanks for all the support. See you guys next time.